Mr. Olukayode Pitan is the MD and CEO of Bank of Industry Limited, Nigeria's foremost and oldest development finance institution. BOI has been operating for over 60 years and is achieving sustainable impact in Nigeria by providing affordable long-term financing and counter-cyclical loans diversified across various industries. To date, Mr. Pitan has led BOI to successfully raise over $5 billion from the international market through syndications and the bond market. He joins us today to discuss how BOI is driving Nigeria's industrial transformation. Welcome, Mr. Pitan. Firstly, congratulations on your awards.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. You say your mission is to help support the transformation of Nigeria's industrial sector. What is the vision and main priorities for the Bank of Industry?
Thank you very much. The mission of the bank, basically, is to transform, the industrial sector of the economy, and we do this in various ways. First of all, we deal with the whole, spectrum, from small, medium, and large enterprises. We help to transform them. We help them with refurbishment, expansion. We also do that with advisory services, and it covers various areas, of the economy. Either you're talking of agribusiness, you're talking of oil and gas, you're talking of the creative industry, light manufacturing, solid minerals, creative industry. So basically, we cover all the areas. And the idea is to see how we can make Nigerian enterprises, the industries, to be better managed, better run, and to have the resources, financial resources, to expand into new areas and to recruit Nigerians. That's what we do.
The bank has raised over $5 billion in the last 5 years. How does this better position you to fulfill your mandate, and how do you help businesses?
Thank you very much. The type of bank that we are not a deposit-taking bank. So we have to keep on going back to the market to raise money. That was why in the last 5 years, we kept on going to the market, either through syndications or this year went to the Eurobond market, to raise money. So first of all, I want to thank all our partners, banks, and there's so many of them in the UK, in Europe, in the Americas, in the Middle East, because all our syndications and even the Eurobond, they were all successful. Now, the second question is, what do you do with this money? We are able to, first of all, we normally swap all our foreign currency inflows into Naira, local currency, with central bank to ensure that we are not carrying a foreign currency rate risk. And then we lend locally, at single digits. So we are able to provide funding for the industrial sector, at, on the average, single digits. Most of our loans don't exceed 10% per annum. You need to understand that's very good because the inflation rate in the country is over 20%. So we're able to provide to our customers low-cost funding. We're able to let them have moratorium. We can go long term. We can do 7 to 8 years, funding. So it's low cost, it's long term, and they're able to enjoy good moratorium to allow them to actually book, or place orders for their equipment, And we are able to, because the country needs more money, in terms of infrastructure development, in terms of industry. There's so much that is needed, but government cannot do everything. So we actually are bridging part of that gap that we see in the market. And we deploy this money to different sectors, agri, solid minerals, creative industry, gender businesses, light manufacturing, So that's what we do with the money.
How do you decide which project to take on? Talk me through the process.
Okay. Now, because we are DFI, we are the oldest DFI, development finance institution in Nigeria. So there are some things that the government that set us up would like us to do. For instance, we like projects that the raw materials that they require for the manufacturing, is sourced within the country. Why is that important? Because then they don't have to use our scarce foreign currency to be importing raw materials for their production. We also like industries or companies that what they produce, the quality of it, is such that it can be exported to earn foreign exchange. We like businesses, definitely, that lead to employment of people. The more people that what you want to do, we employ, the more we are attracted to that kind of business, because we have a lot of young people who are looking for jobs. So those are the kind of things we look at. But aside from the type of business that we like, your background, is important to us.
Is there a particular current project that you're working with, that you think highlights really well the kind of special elements of the bank's work?
Yes. If you look at the Agric value chain financing that we do now, it's very interesting. In Nigeria, we have Bank of Agric, and they are supposed to cater to the primary production, the farmers. But then the outputs from those farms are being used by some of my customers. If you are doing cassava, my own customer is making starch out of that. If you are doing, if you are planting oranges, you have an orchard, for instance, my customers are making orange juice out of it. So we are saying, how can we help the farmers? So we have come up with this product, which is the Agric value chain financing product, whereby we actually give money. We fund what people we call aggregators. These people know the farmers, they understand them. With the funds they get from us, they are able to give them fertilizers, improve seedlings, and some training to increase the yield, from the acreage. And then they also guarantee to take the output from the farms. So that way, even though we are a bank of industry, we are able to actually finance thousands upon thousands of farmers, and it's working very well. And my customers have, guaranteed, supply of the raw materials they need for their production. So we are happy with the way it is going.
Can I ask you more broadly how business in Africa has changed since the African Continental Free Trade Agreement?
Well, that one is a big one, because what has happened is now you now have one big market. One big market of about 1.3 billion people. Market size of about $3.4 to $4 trillion annually. So you now have a big market. Before, Africans were not trading, when you look at the percentage of, intra-African trade, it was very, very low. But now with this one, with the tariffs, not there, the borders not there, any company who is doing manufacturing or services, you now have a larger market. So it's very exciting, for us at Bank of Industry. What it means for us is that Nigeria now, we have about 200 million people. We're the biggest, market in Africa. But then, how do we benefit? How do my customers benefit from this continental trade agreement? I have to fund their companies, for them to retool, to expand capacity so they can benefit from this new agreement. So that's why some of the funds we are raising is going into to prepare Nigerian companies for this bigger market, that we see.
Mr. Pitan, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.